Guys, we're back. Heavy Set Podcast.
Hey.
Scotty T.
What's going on?
Here you are.
I'm here.
Simon. Si, the main man. We're back. We're back. Thank you so much. Again, another day, another set of topics. Just want to reach out to everyone, say thank you very much for listening, watching, commenting. We've had lots of comments, some really positive, reaffirming things. If you do like our content, please subscribe, please like, please comment and share, because we are trying to grow this community as much as possible. On that, okay, right, on the thank you, because I think we haven't done enough of that. From me, thank you, Scott. From me, thank you, Simon. And in fact, you won't see this, everyone, and hopefully we'll be able to take some pictures. Thank you, Nat. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Angel. Thank you, Manti.
Amen to that, man.
Because we spend a lot of time together, and I don't think we say thank you enough. On the flip side, I like to bring some gifts, but this isn't a gift from me. In fact, I've got my little gym bag here. Got this little gym bag. I'll just shift out all the...
You can tell a lot about a man from what's in his
You
gym
want to see
bag,
my
by
gym
the way.
bag?
You can tell a lot about a man. Get your gym bag out,
I mean, look.
Get your gym bag out,
bro,
come on.
let me deadlift it first.
Easy.
Look at this. You got the guns, yeah? What about that? That's for the ladies.
He's got his hand cream.
Yeah. Cocoa butter's an essential.
Right, I'll put this gift away.
His shampoo.
Cool.
Right, so first and foremost,
Beard comb.
belt.
Standard. That's a good belt.
Right, I can't tell you about that. It's a t-shirt. Always have a change of clothes, right? A change of clothes. What else I got? Hoodie, standard.
Yeah.
Man bag for all your essentials.
Nice.
Washwear.
Deodorant of choice, JP.
Links, bro.
Oh, old school.
Old school.
Retro.
Old school, but it's easy. It's cheap, isn't it?
Yeah.
Water bottle, metal. It's sponsored by Val, but we'll work it out. Lifting straps.
Standard.
Yep, standard.
Lifting
Got
straps.
lifting straps.
Socks, because you can never have too many socks. And then you've got a little other bits, I like a little bit of swimming. A little bit of swing goggles, some soap. What else have I got? Some pre-workout.
Oh.
Gosh, sorry, this is going to be a whole episode of this. Headphones.
Standard. Over ear, over in ear.
Yeah, everything,
okay.
man, everything.
Two types of people in the world.
Come
Fair enough.
on. I've got
Yeah.
some keys. I've also got, depends on the gym you go to, like a little nugget, spare pound coin.
Yeah.
And then there's other stuff that I can't show you. But, that's me. Right, so that being said, I'm going to move forward because a thank you is a big thing. And in fact, someone's reached out to us to actually say thank you for being who we are. And they've sent us some gifts. Blackout.
How exciting.
And they've sent every single person here a nice little thank you. So I just want to say Blackout. Thank you, Stacey. All the good stuff. I'm actually wearing it right now. I know you two have been jealous about it. So
I've been eyeing up your gears.
It's not bad, is it? Nice little gilet.
Yeah,
Nice little gilet, nice little top. But Blackout, honestly.
Big up, Blackout, man. We
Lovely
appreciate
people.
You. Yeah, that's lovely
people. Right, I'm going to open it up. Bosh. And I'm going to try and display some of the stuff. But again, ladies, gents, they've sent us quite a few tops.
Very nice.
And I thought...
Very snazzy.
We
This is
would.
me sorted out for the weekend,
Yeah,
boys.
there you go. We've got some
Mrs. T,
stuff.
get your glad rags ready. We're going out.
So this is for every one of you.
That's
Oh,
lovely.
amazing.
And that is to say thank you.
That is lovely. I appreciate you, JP, and I appreciate you, Blackout, for that. What a lovely gesture. What an absolutely lovely gesture.
So choose, I think you might as well just reach around for people. I mean, whatever size. They've got small, medium and large.
Cool, man.
Different colours. You've got a couple of different colours there.
What we got?
Guys, this
Nice
is for
race,
you as
thank
well.
Yeah,
Yeah, you should come into the shop.
I'm,
It's
You
a
lot
bit of
aren't
me.
shy.
I'm,
You lot aren't shy. Come in, Nat.
I'm going to put it on.
Oh, you're going for it?
Let's do it. Let's
Go
do
for it, man.
Let's do it.
Come in, Nat. Come and choose. Come on. I don't know what sizes because I don't like doing that for
I'm an S.
excess.
Extra S.
I might have to wear the...
Double XL for me.
It's two S's
this
right
is good.
there.
Do you know, I would put it on, but with the long sleeves, I'll get a bit hot, but it does look lovely.
I'm
Yeah.
going to put that on later.
Yeah, that does look lovely.
Guys,
Big up,
this is yours
Blackout.
as well.
I'll be wearing
Come
the
on,
tag,
Matt.
'cause I couldn't
You
put-
look
I couldn't
like...
take the tag off, so I couldn't,
That's you, my friend.
Come
Yeah,
on,
man.
Come on, Matt.
Come on, get on
Come
camera,
on,
Matt.
Get on camera.
Come
Get
on,
on, Matt.
give us a wave.
Give JP a hug.
I'll go for a hug, man.
Come on.
Matt, sing us a song, Matt.
Nah, man. Thank you. Bro.
Thank you, Blackout.
Ladies,
That's
where?
the heck of the hug.
Manti, come in. Oh.
Good, thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah, cool.
Manti, this is yours. Small.
Oh, thanks.
That's wicked.
And actually, yeah, look, you can have one for your husband, I think, as well.
It's true.
What
Angel,
size is he,
you
Manti?
trying to escape? Where's she escaping?
Angel's trying to disappear herself in the corner. We see you, Angel.
We see you.
We see ya.
I think.
Thank you very much.
Look at JP.
Where are you trying to go?
He's like the
Oh, thank you.
he's the new Santa Claus.
Yeah.
It's a bit. It's getting like that, isn't it?
This should be the Christmas
It's
episode.
getting
Original
like that.
Christmas,
And
when
to
he brings his
I
sack
turn
in.
up and I'm like, what's
And-
JP got for us?
Yeah, exactly.
today?
Go. And you know what? You know what? Because we've got 2 spare tops.
The quality of this stuff looks really
Yeah,
good.
it looks
Superb.
amazing.
We can do a competition.
Why don't we hand these out to some of our viewers?
That's a shout.
Yeah.
We've got 2 large tops. One I think short sleeve, one long sleeve.
For the benefit of the camera. Yeah.
100%.
Nice
Again.
polo.
Yeah, man.
And this looks like a zip up kind of long sleeve, isn't
Well,
it?
I've got one of these on
There you go.
right
It's
now.
modelled
There you
expertly
go.
by
As modelled by JP.
Brother J Pizzle. Yeah, that's all good.
Share, like, comment. Maybe just ask us a question. And more importantly, actually, I was going to say, what are you thankful for? So maybe just get someone to do that.
Yeah,
and then we'll share the comments.
Best comments. We'll
That's a
pick
good
the best
idea, man.
comments.
It's a good idea. Bit of group participation for sure. Yeah, like that.
But again, thank you, Blackout. Thank you, Stacey.
Big up.
Right. We will move on, boys, because, yeah, Angel, so you may have seen her quickly. She's the evil one. With the ideas, right, with the ideas, she's allowed us to talk freely for this episode.
Oh, cool.
But nice and easy, because we started this, we mean to go on. What are you thankful for?
Ooh. I'll go first. Sorry.
Yeah, you go.
Gratitude is indeed the attitude, JP. I did a post on my Instagram yesterday, and it was a wrap up of the past month of September. And there were lots of cool things that my family and I have done, and lots of cool experiences that I've had. And I'll tell you what I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for the connections in my life. I was doing the post yesterday. Mrs. T's texting me saying, come to bed, but I'm doing the post. And each of those images symbolizes a gorgeous connection that I have in my world. And I am grateful for all the people in it. I'm grateful for my family, grateful for my beautiful wife, grateful for my friends, and grateful for the increase in new connections that I've made. And I think probably a couple of years ago, I definitely felt within myself massively. But through the experiences of the past year, this being a huge part of it, I'm grateful for that confidence to kind of step into discomfort. And that's what it is. Put yourself out there a little bit. Because of that, I've had so much love and light come back into my world. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that ever increasing circle of awesomeness. I was thinking about it last night.
That's beautiful, man.
You two are a big part of that.
Yeah,
as I've
that's
told you
deep,
before.
man.
Ah,
That's
thanks,
deep.
man.
That's
I
deep.
mean that.
Thank you, bro.
Cool, man.
I mean, you know, whenever Scott says something, he kind of just takes it out of our minds and out of our lips and just says it in such a lovely package.
Appreciate
That
it,
is
JP.
Going to be hard for you to follow, basically.
Very hard
But
to
But you're gonna have
but
to.
you're going to have to, Si.
Things I'm grateful for. Like you got the obvious, right? Family, kids,
Yeah.
wife, best friend, is my wife. The relationship we have, things we do together, things we enjoy together. But then, the last 12 months for me have been an interesting 12 months, right? And you experience a lot of people and how people are.
Mhm.
And there's good and bad people in the world. There's people that don't like the good in you. There's and it's an interesting one. But then it's about being thankful for suddenly when you start to come across the right people. That's when you have to be thankful,
Yeah, man.
because you can fill your life up with the wrong people. But if you can start filling your life up with the right people, it changes everything.
Mm.
And it's recognizing that as well, and just seeing it, and then being letting people know that you're grateful for how other people are
Yeah.
as well. And I think that's a really important. So the last kind of 12 months for me have been a bit of a thinking everyone in the world was bad, to then realizing that there's people around that are good,
Yeah.
right?
I hear that.
And recognizing that. So the basic ones for me are always going to be for wife, kids,
Yeah.
that part that I've got that's always going to be there, and the love they give me, which is the most love I've ever experienced in my life. So I'm massively thankful for that. But it is also recognizing that there's good people in the world.
Yeah.
Everyone's bad.
Yeah.
And it can be frustrating when you treat people really good, but they still treat you bad.
Yeah.
And I just made a decision years ago that's never going to change the way I treat everybody. You just have to keep searching for the good people,
Mhm.
and I think I'm seeing that more at the moment.
So how do you, again, just It makes sense. It like clicks. And I think because we're on the same wavelength, I think we'd all say the same thing. With all the bad stuff that happens day to day, week to week, month to month, and it's constant for all of us, right? Whoever's watching this, whoever's going through some stuff, it's just
It's always gonna be
bad
there.
sometimes, right?
Yeah.
How do you then try and find that light in other people or yourself? What do you do? Because there's a conscious effort you said you've made, right?
I think perspective's important. So I think we get fed a lot of doom and gloom. Like you kind of read a newspaper. Do people still buy newspapers? I don't know.
I'm showing your age, bro.
Yeah, I think I am again.
Yeah.
But you're taking some news and it's always the bad. You're always hit with the bad stuff across your own life. If you've had a good week, but one bad thing happens, that colours your whole perspective of the week. If you've got a close relationship and that person does something that irks you, offends you, makes you sad, lets you down, then that can colour your perspective of that close relationship. But I think you kind of got to zoom out of that. I think that's something, because what you said, Simon, really resonates with me, which is there's a lot of good people and there's a lot of good things, a lot of good experiences. If you kind of zoom out of yourself and kind of take your emotion out of those acute experiences and kind of look across your life, look across your friendships, look across all your connections, most of the time, you're going to be net winning. Most people are good. Be in Tesco, go in your local Tesco, go shopping, make a point of saying hello to the security guy, rather than do the self-service. Maybe go to the till and have a chat. If you're in the aisle next to someone pontificating over which peanut butter to buy, which I do all the time.
Crunchy or smooth?
Bro, crunchy all the way.
Okay.
Like smooth peanut butter can get in the bin.
That out, like,
Smooth-
weird, crunchy.
Smooth peanut butter should get in the bin.
Tell him, please,
Side
Si.
note.
Please.
It's smooth for me.
Thank you.
Really?
Yeah,
You both team
2v1, bro.
Boys, I
Sorry.
thought we had a thing.
We do, but
You've gone down the toilet for me now. And now I feel
It just
let down.
melts better on the toast.
thank you.
It
Thank you.
is significantly more
Science.
spreadable, most definitely. But yes, kind of make an effort to put yourself out there, have those connections, and most of the time, you're going to get positive back.
Yeah.
When I'm out running, I've got a rule. I always say if I'm running past someone, I'll always say morning, or because I'm typically a morning runner, and I think the friendliness of an area is directly linked with the response rate that I get to my good mornings when I'm out running. And what I would say, like we've done a lot of traveling as a family, we've been to a lot of cool places, a lot of countries across Europe and internationally. And I would say that my good morning response rate is higher here than anywhere else that I've ever been in the world.
Really?
So for me, that's quick maths, bro. That means we're in a pretty warm and positive place.
Okay.
So
It could be though the language barrier. You know, when you say
Yeah.
good morning to a Spanish person, they're like,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe
Yeah,
there's
it's
a
true.
little
maybe the morning doesn't work in other countries as well.
True.
And this guy really early running past them, shouting.
Yeah.
But by the same token, if you're
Yeah,
running, you
I'm
give
with
someone a friendly
course,
look and they
mate.
kind of veer the other way. Well,
Of course.
That's neggy body language. And what I'm saying is I think we actually live in a pretty inclusive
Yeah.
and positive environment for the most part.
Yeah.
So don't get too wrapped up in doom and gloom, whether that be your own doom and gloom or the doom and gloom that we're fed in the media, because most people are all right.
Yeah.
And if you look at life through that lens,
Yeah.
then I think it can lift your spirits and allow for more positive interactions.
We obviously talk a lot about our era, right? So I was born in the late 70s. So grew up through everything, all the technology and everything else.
Yeah.
We was having this conversation this morning actually, but TV's changed so much, right? Gone are the days of the only fools and horses and the one foot in the grave and the men behaving badly and all these era of all these where generally most evenings you could sit down really look. We only had like 4 channels,
Yeah.
5 channels, right?
Yeah.
But you could most evenings you sit down, you look forward to watching something funny that put some joy in your heart and made you feel
Yeah.
really good, right?
Yeah.
You'd go to bed at night and you'd sleep really well.
Yeah.
Where now everything's so dark.
Yeah.
Not just the news channels, right? Where there's so much going on in the world that's dark.
Yeah.
But programs are dark.
Yeah. Of course.
They're not very positive. They don't have a good feeling about it. They don't make you feel great. And you know, and I was actually just saying this, but like my youngest who's 9, you know, a couple of times there's been like some advertising a program. It's like, oh, Dad, can you turn it off? I don't like that. And it's like they're actually just advertising a program that's coming up.
Yeah.
It's like 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's like,
Yeah.
and the stuff is quite. I don't even like looking at that. And I think there's just so much doom and gloom fed into you now.
Yeah.
That most people, like, you know, you live off the energy that comes into you, right?
100%.
So you can't go, oh, you know, did you see that Only Fools and Horses episode last night when, you know, Del Boy did this and that? And there's certain, Only Fools and Horses is a good example because there's
Yeah.
certain episodes everyone remembers,
Of course.
right? And people talk about, and people have talked about it over the years, but
Yeah.
you're not going to want to talk about some of the stuff that's on TV,
No.
right?
no.
Because it's just not that bright stuff.
No,
that-
no, no.
that puts
Agreed.
any kind of like fun,
Agreed.
excitement, happiness in
you've nailed
anybody.
Yeah,
I
man.
think you've nailed it. I think your little boy is ahead of the curve. And it's good that someone so young in an environment with so much choice is already making them decisions and saying, actually, I don't want that input.
Yeah.
Because
That takes a lot, though, doesn't it?
it takes loads.
Because for him to be that independent, to actually have some
I don't want
foresight,
to see that.
well, it's he's surrounded by you, right? So what do we then do? So you're saying give out the positivity to get it back, and then you're saying also restrict some of the stuff that is externally.
You know, as a parent, you have to lay down restrictions.
Yeah, yeah,
right. So there's certain things that we've kind of banned in the house because we don't think that's putting any kind of positive energy into the kids, right? You don't want to be the bad parent that bans everything.
Yeah.
But you do need to lay some grounds on the
100%.
fact that you
Yeah.
can't. I don't want you watching that. My wife's always been like, she lets them watch 12 and 12 plus and things like this. But she, it's not like when I was a kid. When I was like watching the Rambo movies when I was like 10, 9. Right, and then you look at them now and you think, what rating was that?
Yeah,
It was like, watching Terminator rated 18.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
what?
yeah,
No
yeah.
wonder that scared the
Yeah,
heck out of me
of course.
when I was a kid, because I'm like 9, 10 years old watching this 18 movie. And it's like, it's scary today when you're
Of
watching
course.
it.
100%.
Yeah, man.
But it didn't seem to be those boundaries, even with your parents. Like if you had if the pirate video man came around and you got a copy of like the latest movie that was
Yeah.
rated whatever,
Yeah.
no one cared.
Someone
Yeah.
walking across the screen
But
where it's been filmed.
This
isn't
is it. But
Yeah.
you know what? We've put down certain boundaries, and I think those boundaries are really, really important. But
Yeah.
then also you start to see it with the kids as they start to recognise what's wrong and right, and what they feel comfortable watching and what they don't feel comfortable watching.
Yeah.
And the world's changed. Things are darker.
Big time.
Do you ever have circumstances, Si, and you, JP, as a dad, where the things that you are not allowed in your home, the things that you're saying to your kids, you know what, we're not going to do that. We're not going to partake in that. I
Yep.
don't want you to see that. Their peers are partaking in that. Have you ever had that,
Yeah,
that junction
100%.
point?
Yeah.
How do you tackle
that's, see, a good example of that could be computer games, right?
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
we got the PS5, right? And most of those games are rated 18. And they're quite brutal
Of course,
games,
For
really
good
detailed
reason as well.
games, right?
Yeah.
So, we won't allow anything like that, right? And we kind of vet everything before we allow them to have something. But we never, again, 12 is the highest it goes on that. But then you got they'll be, oh yeah, but so-and-so's just, they've got that game and they're playing it with their dad. And it's like, yeah, well, that's fine.
Yeah. Stan.
That's on them, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the problem is you can't let that make you feel, but I don't want to be the parent that's not
Yeah,
allowing that
yeah.
to happen. You've got to. It's hard because you want to be the good parent and the cool dad and everything else, right? But sometimes are you trying so hard to be the cool dad that actually you're not? It's not good for the kid.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Slip.
You're more
No.
worried about being the cool dad than being the good parent.
Well, that's it. Like you said, there's a thing about being a dad, a parent, compared to a friend, and you want to be all the above. You
You
can't. You just And I think even in relationships that we have with each other, like we have our own little titles, don't we? We have men, we have women, we have partners, we have wives, we have best friends, we have acquaintances. Everything's a title, isn't it? But you have to restrict yourself to a certain degree to most of those things, don't you? So you're going back to what do we do? Like as a dad, I think because of access, it's mad, isn't it? We're not supposed to be connected in humanity to God knows how many other billions, because
We're not.
some people are naturally dark by their nature. You want to lift them out of it, but you
Yep.
just can't, can you?
Mm.
But and the connections that we have, these are the valuable things that I am again going thankful for. And you try and I say to my kids, there is nothing better than having a conversation with your friend ever.
100%.
However you do that, and being 2025, it's up to you. Like my boy, I just got him a mobile phone. So he's transitioned from school. He's 9, Alfred, right? Big boy. And, he's still my little baby, by the way. So Alfred, you're watching this show. You'll always be my baby. Doesn't matter how old you are watching this. In 20 years' time, I'm still going to cuddle you and kiss you and
Big
run
up,
my
Alfred.
hand through your hair and embarrass you, okay? But giving him a phone, I was like, oh my God. It literally gave me a bit of palpitations because I know what's on phones.
Yep.
But it's a communication device. And that's what I said to him. I said, right, we're going to set some boundaries. I'm going to download an app so daddy watches what you do, but I'm going to give you certain limits. But the thing I'm going to give you is trust. And all I really care about is anything that comes up. You trust me enough to tell me because I trust you and you trust me, and we should never break that bond. And he gets it. Like, he's such a amazing kid, and I'm sure amazing adult 20 years time, right? Because he understands, just like your son, he understands there's right and wrong. And you want to say, don't ignore the wrong because it's there, but embrace the right and try as much as possible to communicate with each other.
Yeah.
And he gets that. And he loves it. He texts his friends and he'll send me gifts. I mean, they're ridiculous. I'm like, it makes me laugh. I'm there, wherever. I'm like, he's sending me some nonsense, like a little cat purring or just saying, yay. And I'm like,
just because he can.
Because he can. Thing. But that's communication.
It's a beautiful thing.
It is, man.
I think you speak to the kind of role of a parent. So, and me and my wife talk about this a lot, and I'm massively influenced by my parents, who are the best parents in the world, as I've said multiple times. And I think of what they've done for me and my siblings. And I think the job of a parent is, like, kids are going to grow up, but they're not going to do that. They're going to meander. We've all been young and we've all kind of veered from left to right. And I think the job of a parent, exactly as you've described, as you've described, Si, is to kind of draw some parameters around your children, kind of draw that little box so that when they do inevitably veer, they've got a natural rebound point that's going to kind of bring them back to that centre line. And I think things like getting Alfred's first phone, that's a key thing, because the other school of thought is, no, it's too dangerous. There are too many predators out there. Cyberbullying, did all these long lists that he can't have a phone. But then you risk letting that phone become something that's so enticing because it's absent from his life. He's obsessed with it, and by the time it comes, there's not that ability to kind of manage that intrigue. Yeah, man. And I think the job of us as parents is to build those parameters, but also give our children the opportunity to say no. Saying yes is easy, but the better you are at saying no across your life as you get older, the more sure of yourself that you are, and the less likely you are to get in hairy problems. And the only way to do that is to give that rope. So that's an interesting thing, man. I remember being in that situation with all of our kids, giving them their first phone. But I think it's an important thing to do.
It is.
Big up Alfred, and I'm sure you'll use it wisely as well, because he is a good kid.
He is a good kid.
Yeah,
and all of our kids are good, man. And, again, bringing it back to being thankful. God, we're thankful to be able to speak to them.
Come on.
And even more than this, and this is why I don't say it enough, and I said it at the start, I'm going to say it throughout this whole episode. I thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to speak to you about this, be able to show Alfred and all our kids what we talk about as real people, as real men, as real dads, and just say to them, look, we're proud of them. We know you're going to slip up. We've slipped up. We're going to continue to slip up. But just having this platform, I don't think you guys understand how much that means to me.
Very powerful.
It's so empowering. I've been going through some stuff last week. Oof. And again, that's for us to talk privately. Maybe one of these days we might let some of the viewers listen to that, because I think it's important for us to be honest. But to come here, to look forward to it, to speak to these lot, like, they were having a meeting, right? You guys were having a meeting. Me and Scott step up to the office and they're having a meeting, right? I know. But then it's just hugs. Yeah, it's just welcoming. We met Matt first time round, and he says, fam, we're like, you ain't there's nothing to do. You're part of this, man. You're part of this process.
Yeah, it's that other family.
It is. And you said it, put it out there. Give a nice hug to someone, they give it back.
100%.
You speak to someone, you look for the light in people, and we find it.
Do you know what? The three of us, actually, we've all had things going on over the last 12 months. And you brought your stuff up, JP. And you should talk about it at some point. It's important to get certain things out there. But there's certain things that we've all done to each other, right? And we know we've done it, which is when we've had things going on, it's just a random phone call. Just checking in on you, man. How are things?
Yeah.
And it's quite nice. You've done it for me, right? And then we've all done it for each other. And I remember even Scott giving me a buzz. He said, oh yeah, JP said you're going through a few things at the moment. I thought I'd just give you a call, see how you are. It's those little things that actually go a long way.
Yeah, man.
Right? Because we do live in a world where people are very self-centered. It's all about you. And, social media creates this. It's like, they just put a post up and they've got 20 likes. I need to post something now and see if I can get 21. And everything's become really competitive, right? And social media has created competition like that, and so everything's become very individual based. And one of the things that personally I think is lacking in the world is actually people caring about others more than they care about themselves. And I think it's quite important what you're saying, but those little phone calls and those little like text messages like, oh, how are you, man? Like just checking in. We've done, we've had those conversations,
Yeah,
just
powerful.
checking in on you, how's
Yeah.
things going, right?
Yeah, man.
And if you need to talk, you know where we are and stuff like that. And we've got a little group between the three of us,
Yeah.
right? Where we've shared stuff and we've done three-way calls on there, right? And we've all checked in on each other.
This
right?
is
It's a very healthy thing to do, man.
It is very healthy, and I think we live in a world where a lot of people don't really do that, and when they do, they are. You can go into a restaurant and you can sit back and you can listen to people talking. You hear people getting louder and louder and louder because everybody is fighting to be the one that's heard, and that's also not very healthy because it's about listening and then the conversation flow. We can have these conversations quite easy because generally we listen to each other and the conversation is normally then on the back of what the other one said, right? That's a conversation.
Yeah.
It's not we're all getting louder and louder and louder because we want to be the one who's the head of the conversation or we want to be the one that's heard and everybody must hear my story.
Yeah.
And we live in a world which is you can see it anywhere you go.
Yeah.
I think I agree. So I think that just the art of connection, that conversation piece is as a commodity, man. And I think that can easily get lost. So a couple of weeks ago now, a handful of us got together on a Sunday morning, binned phones, forgot about emails, forgot about WhatsApps, drove to Ashridge Forest, which is not a million miles from us, just went for a walk like for 2 hours.
Sweet.
Yeah, nice.
The kids climbing stuff, we've slipped down things, we ripped our clothes, we've done all of those things. But what we didn't do is check emails. What we didn't do is look at bloody Instagram. What we didn't do any of those things.
Yeah.
We just kind of connected and had a good laugh. And at the end of that, it reminded me of the end of our three-way calls. Like no matter what's going on prior to that ring, at the end of that conversation, I'm like, oof, I feel loose. I feel a bit limber.
That's it.
Yep.
It was that same feeling that we all had as a collective. There's probably about 20 odd of us. Same feeling we all had at the end of that walk. It was like, oh, I feel something. And that something is that connection. Like humans need humans. Like we need to do this.
Yeah.
And
all people need this in their lives.
What you just said, actually, it's important because when I went on holiday recently, and I've done it the last 2 times now, most of the time when we go out as a family, I just put my phone in the safe in the hotel and leave it there. Rianne's got her phone, fine, we've got one phone, right? And then when I did take it out, I just put it on airplane mode. Because do you know what it is when you've got that phone, the way it works now in life, everything's on there, your email, your messages, everything, right?
Yeah, man.
The temptation to keep looking at it, the temptation to keep checking it, the temptation is like, am I missing out on something?
Yeah.
Is someone trying to get in touch with me? It's quite a scary thing now that we've got to this point where it is an addiction. And these, do you know, I've said this a few times recently, even when me and Rihanna have been talking, but it's like, you have to be very careful that things don't own you, but you own it. Okay.
Yeah.
And we're in a bit of a world now where actually we don't own the phone anymore. The phone owns us. And the phone is dictating our behaviour and what we do and what we don't do.
Yeah.
And it's quite scary because it's creating a bit of an agitation between how people are.
Absolutely.
Right? And you must be checking social media, must be doing this, must be doing that.
Yeah.
You go into a restaurant, you see couples having a meal, just both of them are not even looking at each other and enjoying the food and having a good conversation. They're actually just scrolling Instagram.
Yeah.
And the other one's not complaining about it because the other one's doing it and so on, right? And that's really unhealthy.
100%.
So leaving my phone behind and then just being able to go and enjoy a day with the family, completely different, changes everything.
Yeah.
Because if you leave your phone behind and you're not thinking about it, suddenly you're in this free space of there's nothing else controlling you. And you know what? It's quite scary that we're in a world where what used to be a communication device, then became a computer, an email, a messaging service, like apps, games, news.
It's a part of you, isn't it? It's like it's you. Well, it's not, but they've made it a part of you.
It's access to all of the things that you need to function. And I'm going to put need in inverted commas.
What do you eat? So on that, because we, I think we could just, because of the way that we think, we all tend to go towards everything. What do you think we need as people? Basic stuff.
The essentials.
The essentials. What does Scotty T need? What does Si need to really just live and live a thankful life?
I think that's a really powerful question, man. And that's something that I kind of have picked through over the past few years in my life. Because we live in a world where we want shinier, bigger, newer, faster stuff. And I feel like I've been caught in that, wanting to get more things.
Yep.
Wanting to kind of accumulate more stuff, wanting to buy, obsessed with, I need a bigger house, bigger car, bigger this, bigger that. But what was happening is the more stuff that I was bringing into my life, the more I felt like I needed more stuff to bring into my life. So then I paused. I remember pausing again. I'm getting this wrong here. And I actually think you've got a cup. I think all of us have kind of this internal cup. And I think that we try and fill that cup with the latest iPhone, with cool, shiny cars, with flash holidays. These are all things that we all love. I love these things. But you bring all that stuff into your life and this cup still doesn't get filled because we're filling it with the wrong stuff. What that cup needs is conversation.
Yep.
What that cup needs is to be acknowledged.
Yeah.
So the fact that I'm here and you guys acknowledge my presence, that's filling up my cup, right? Because we've got a reciprocal. There's an exchange of energy there. We spoke about connection, like conversations, human connection, a good meal, a roof over your head. And when you do that gratitude list, and my brother-in-law put me onto this. So big up Darren. He's a very wise man, Irish fella. He's the man. He's one of the funniest dude I've ever met, but the wisest as well. And he gave me a practice that really this is one of the things that shifted the path of my life. And he said every morning, when he's in the shower, he goes through a list of gratitude. That was the start of this conversation. And at the start of this process, he's very thankful. He's a religious man and he'll pray and he'll give thanks for all of the things in his life. And those things start big: money, the house, the cars. But as you do that daily, that list whittles down and you can kind of distill it into the key components. And I think if you really think about the things that you're grateful for, like really, really grateful, none of them are shiny motors.
No.
None of them are big cars. You're talking family, friends, food, fitness, and in my case, faith.
5 Fs. Look at this.
Yeah.
That's off the top of my
5
head.
Fs. That's mate.
Can we get that on a
Shit,
t-shirt?
yeah, 5 Fs.
I
Yeah.
don't know where that came
It
from.
might go wrong
The 5
some
Fs.
point.
Yeah, maybe.
There'll be another F.
There'll be another. Someone will get funny.
Someone
about
will
that.
be on the comments. Here's another. But
But
that's
we are.
beautiful.
We're very, very, very simple creatures
Yes.
at our hearts. And in this world of infinite connection that we've just described, and social media that kind of puts an unreal and unachievable perspective on many people's expectations of themselves, we're forgetting what's important. So I just say let's strip back.
Yeah. I have to. You know what? I can only agree with everything you just said there. You know, and it's recognizing the things that are real and the things that are not.
Yeah, man.
Right. So objects and things like this that ultimately you like you say, you buy a nice car, right? But do you buy it because you want the nice car, or do you buy it because you want people to see you in the nice car?
Yeah.
And that's when
That's the one.
the object owns you. You don't own it, because suddenly the object's defining who you are, right? And you have to be very, very careful with that, because then we end up being owned by the things we own.
Yeah.
And that is not a good place to be, but it's the world we live in today, right? And we've all been trained and educated to think that. And that's why you'll get, throughout life, you get groups of friends. One gets married, they all get married. One has kids, they all have kids. One gets the 2-bedroom house, they all get a 2-bedroom house. One of them gets the 3-bedroom house, they have to all get a 3-bedroom house. One gets the 4-bedroom, and it goes on. If one gets divorced, the other one has to get divorced.
Good and bad trends. Hashtag
but
divorce.
you know what it is it is trends.
Yeah.
And people follow trends.
Yeah.
Right. And people will moan about the same things their friends are moaning about. They will like the same things their friends, and you have to be very, very, very careful, and there is that saying of learning to be content with a little and a lot.
Yeah.
And if you can, and I mean, that's a biblical phrase, Paul in the Bible, right?
Yeah.
And it's something that always stayed with me, because if you can be happy with very little
Yeah.
and be happy with a lot, then you're going to be fine. But it's recognizing that, you
Yeah.
know.
Powerful.
But I like what you said. I like those Fs.
Yeah.
Because you know what, faith for me, from my own religious point, that gets you through anything.
100%.
Gets you through anything. So even when it's bad, you will look at it like, no, do you know what? I'm supposed to go through that.
Yeah.
This is another test You know?
100%.
And there's no testimony without a test.
There you go.
You know,
And the stories and learnings through faith, when you kind of distill it, life is to live a life of service. For many, can seem kind of a bit weak. But if I'm trying to live a life of service, so if I'm here, I'm trying to serve you, right? I want to give to you on an output, for the benefit of you guys. And the bonus is I'm going to get it back.
Yeah.
So really, it's easy. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Because it's an investment and that's reciprocated. But to have your brain organized in that way, I am here to serve. I am going to do what I can to benefit my environment, my fellow man, my friends. I just think it just completely shifts the perspective on what you need to do, and kind of like your own expectations of your own self. And that takes away from all this kind of ego and hubris around what you said. Why do you want the car? Do you want the car because you want the car? Or do you want the car because matey next door is going to be impressed that you've got the car? It takes you out of all of that stuff, which hamstrings all of us.
Yeah.
do you know what? It goes all the way back to the beginning of this, right? Where there's certain things where taking something, receiving something feels a certain way, but giving something feels so much better.
Exactly.
And obviously, you turn up with some gifts where someone,
Thanks to Stacey again at Blackout.
Really, really generous for them to give us some stuff.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Really, really nice.
Exactly.
We massively appreciate the support. But even though they've given you some stuff, JP, to gift out, how nice does it feel to give people something? Right?
Honestly.
And the thing is, I've never been somebody that's been good at receiving. I always get really embarrassed if someone gives me a gift, right? But I've always been someone that loves to give a gift.
Yeah.
Right. And it goes all the way back to, again, what Scott was saying. So I've got my favourite restaurants I go to, right? All over the place. And I'll go somewhere and it might only be the second time I've been there, but the manager, whoever come over, they remember you from the first time you went there. They remember you because you were grateful, you made an effort, you spoke to them, you told them how good the food was when you left, all of these little things, right? And you go back there and all of a sudden they're like, so these are your kids. You didn't have the kids with you last time. Oh, let me just show them around here and come in the kitchen. And I'm going to... And, you think, oh, wow, man, that guy remembered me, right?
Yeah.
But it shows you how just by giving somebody a little bit of time and a little bit of gratitude, telling them they did a good job, telling them that they made you have a nice experience, they remember that.
Big time.
And it's
100%.
really important that we all let people know when they're doing something special for us.
And that being said, and I think we're going to have to end this episode on 2 words. Thank you.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen to that, bro.
Thank you for your
too,
time,
man.
boys.
Big up.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Nat. Thank you, Angel. I know, it's like she's still daggers.
She's
Oh,
locked you
Oh my
loaded.
God, like, still,
And we've got Matt, the editor,
Matt,
who knows
the editor,
who
thank
knows
you.
everyone better than we know ourselves.
You know it, right? He doesn't cut anything. So. And
Nat
Matt-
was saying to me the other day, he's going, oh yeah, it's what was sign and all that. She goes, what do you mean sign? He's like, you've not even met the guy yet. You don't even know him.
But that's the
I
value,
know him
man.
better than you.
That's the beauty of this, man. They
Know
get
and
to know
trust
us.
relationship.
That's
man.
it.
Yes.
It's the
And then
beauty of
Manti
tech.
as well. Thank you, Manti.
Big up.
And
And
then-
Blackout as well.
And
man.
then Blackout and Stacey.
Yeah.
Thank you for the viewers and listeners. We cannot do this without you listening, without you watching, commenting, liking, subscribing. And if you like what we can say or like what you'd like to listen to, and more importantly, just tell us what you want to talk about and just reach out. We'll put in some links in our socials. Please reach out to us and tell us what you're thankful for, because I think every single person needs to hear a little thank you every once in a while. So thank you for your time. Thank you, boys.
Thank
Until
you,
next
bro.
time.
Thank you, bro.
Brilliant.